Great Lakes to Gulf has been a long-term project of National Great Rivers in conjunction with the National Center for Supercomputing Applications at the University of Illinois. What makes Great Lakes to Gulf database so special? Because, there's a million databases out there. Well, there's such a thing as information overload too. And one of the things that appealed to me about Great Lakes to Gulf when I first heard about it when I was at EPA was that it distilled information down to the question of nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus, in the Mississippi River watershed. It's a big watershed. It's a third of the country, right? And what Great Lakes to Gulf does is take all of this information and ingest the part that's about nutrients. And that is accessible to anybody, scientists to the general public, on our website. We're guiding people to the distilled down information which will help them answer the questions of what are nutrients doing in the Mississippi River. And one way you can do that is by looking at trends in nitrogen and phosphorus over time at the same station. So what we did with Great Lakes to Gulf is we got scientists on board who are experts at water quality and statistics and modeling, because you're comparing apples and oranges. You have to make sure you have the right parameter, that it was collected the same way. It's very complicated, and that's called harmonizing the data. So Great Lakes to Gulf takes all of the information and has harmonized it so that you're looking at nitrogen and phosphorus measured the same way during all the seasons because it's seasonal, corrected for flow because concentration and flow are very related, and over a long period of time, because you can't just calculate a trend over 3 years. Because 1 year could be dry, 1 year could be wet, 1 year nobody farmed that field. The longer the trend, the better. However, the longer the trend, the less stations you're gonna find. So we arrived at the sweet spot of 20 years, and we'll continue to add to that 20 years as we update it. We're looking at how to increase the coverage, and we're working very closely with the states and EPA and USGS to do this. But the basic story is on the Great Lakes to Gulf website, where scientists could look at it, but we're also going to communicate it to the average person to say, what do these trends mean? They're not just a number and a probability curve. We're going to talk about the increases and decreases and what they might be due to. We're very excited about Great Lakes to Gulf and the potential it has to really inform the people who are working on the Mississippi River and the people who are concerned about the health of the Mississippi River.